that one. All right, ladies, it is 12:05 for Eastern time, and I am going ahead and getting us started. Unfortunately, Christine Laird is not able to be with us again today, but she has sent her recording and her introduction and the welcome. So I am going to begin with President Christine Laird.
Hello, EWI, and welcome to the March Leadership Call. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Christine Laird. I am your 2022-2023 corporate president, and I unfortunately am unable to join this leadership call today. However, I wanted to make sure that I had an introduction ready, not only for you all, but for our wonderful corporate board as well. With that, your facilitator today will once again be our president-elect, Charlie Rosenquist. Also joining us on the call today are your secretary-treasurer, Samantha Patrick, director, Kathy Scott, over marketing and communications, Director Margie Zamora over development, Director Vicki Chapman over member experience, Director Holly Stevenson over BCDP, and our board advisor, Christine Healy. What I want to make you all aware of today is, first and foremost, we are continuing to seek candidates for the open operations coordinator position with the corporate office. This position is posted, well, the job description is posted in My EWI. If you have an internal or external referral for that position, please send any qualified applicants to Cheryl Hawkins, the 2022-2023 Personnel Committee Chair. Her email address is chawk, HAWK, @acla.com. That's chawk@acla.com for any candidates that may be interested in applying for our operations coordinator opening at the corporate office. That is the primary update that I have for all of you today. Thank you again for your continued support as your corporate board continues to truly be a working board this year to ensure the operations of the organization are continuously moving forward and you all have what you need to be successful in your chapters. If you have any questions for me or need anything at all, please don't hesitate to reach me at christine.laird89@gmail.com. I hope you have a wonderful March, and I will look forward to connecting with you all soon. Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll continue with Director Vicki Chapman. If you would go ahead and do the inspiration, please.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm happy to see you all today. This is an inspiration that I've always liked and one that I try to live by myself. It's called the Starfish Story. Once upon a time, there was an old man who used to go to the seashore every morning to do his writing. He had a habit of walking along the beautiful beach before starting his work. One beautiful Sunday during his morning routine, he started walking along the shore. As he moved ahead, he noticed that thousands of starfish had washed up, and the starfish littered the beach as far as the eye could see, stretching in both directions. Off in the distance, the old man noticed a little girl approaching. As she walked, she paused every so often. When she came closer, the old man could see that she was occasionally bending down to pick up something and throwing it into the sea. Finally, the old man called out to the little girl, "Good morning, little princess. May I ask what it is that you're doing?" The girl paused, looked up, and replied, "Throwing starfish into the sea." The little girl continued her job of picking up and throwing back the starfish into the sea. "I must ask then, why are you throwing those starfish into the sea?" asked the old man. To this, the little girl replied, "The tide has washed them up onto the beach, and they can't return back to the sea by themselves. When the sun gets high, they will die unless I throw them back into the water." Upon hearing this, the old man commented, "But little girl, do you not realize that there are miles and miles of beach, and there are starfish all along every mile? There must be tens of thousands of starfish on this beach. I'm afraid you won't really be able to make much of a difference." The girl bent down, picked up yet another starfish, and threw it as far as she could into the water. Then she turned towards the old man, gave a sweet smile, and said, "I made a difference to that one." All of us get several opportunities to create positive change, but more often we delay our actions waiting for someone else to do it. We start procrastinating to the bigger challenges by rationalizing, how much of a difference can I really make? You might not be able to change the whole world, but at least you can change a small part of it. So I hope that we will all make the effort to be the change. Thank you. And now I will turn it back over to Charlie to give our vision statement.
Thank you, Vicki. Okay, do we see the, oh, not until I share. Now, do you all see the PowerPoint agenda?
Yes.
Yes, good. Thank you. Our EWI vision statement is to enhance professional growth and development within a diverse group of women while empowering them to make a difference as they inspire others. And what a perfect vision statement to go along with Vicki's inspiration today.
Yeah.
So that brings us to our membership status. And
me again.
It's Vicki again. Thank you, Vicki.
Thanks,
I apologize.
Okay, everyone. These are our numbers for the month. We have 51 chapter life members, 35 collegiate members, 18 corporate life members, 811 firm representatives, 1 honorary life member, 22 individual members, 1 rep pending, 2 student members, 166 sustaining members, 1 member that is in a transitional status, and 12 virtual members, for a total membership count of 1,120 members. And that is as of March 8th. I do have 2 or 3 more applications to process, so our numbers will be increasing later today. So keep up the good work, everyone. And then I'd also like to welcome all of our new members. First of all, we have 2 new members from the Tulsa chapter, and they are World Travel, represented by Ashley Arnold, and Gayla Carson Agency, Farmers Insurance, represented by Gayla Carson. We have 2 members from EWI of Milwaukee and the Olympus Group. One of their reps is Leslie Ortiz, who is a replacement rep, and the other rep is Elizabeth Klein. We have 1 new member from EWI of San Antonio, WellMed Medical Management Incorporated, represented by Danielle Saldana. We have 2 new members for EWI of Richmond, both with Universal Leaf, and they are Cynthia Hiltebrandt, who is a replacement rep, and Megan Cruz. Then with EWI of Houston, we have Imogen Venues, and represented by Lana O'Neill. 3 new member firms in EWI of Spokane, and they are NAI Black, represented by Shannon Petratz, and Greater Spokane Incorporated, represented by Deborah Whitehead, and Shira Investments, represented by Shira Albert. With EWI of Saskatoon, we welcome Ricky DeCecco Doula Services, represented by Ricky DeCecco. From EWI of Tucson, Greenside LLC, represented by Chelsea Hendrick. EWI of Jackson is welcoming temp staff with Emily Wooten. She's a replacement rep. And then 3 new member firms for EWI of Knoxville. They are ESS, Mitzi Hance, and another rep from ESS is Carrie Myers. Then the UPS store number 4996, represented by Latoya Bryson. And last but not least, a new rep for EWI of Omaha, which is Outlook Collaborative, represented by Laurie Matera. So welcome all of our new members, and you guys are doing a great job, so keep it up. And next, I'll call on Samantha Patrick to do our chapter anniversaries.
Thank you, Vicki. So this month we get to celebrate 67 years with 2 of our chapters. That would be EWI of Jackson and EWI of Tulsa. And we have 64 years with Nashville later this month. So
Great.
it's really awesome to see the longevity. Just 2 reminders to upload your Chapter Connects. The awards committee will need at least 2 of those uploaded to qualify for the communications award. And I appreciate all of you sending the minutes over. You guys are doing a great job. I'm tracking that, and there are some missing, but definitely just communicate with me and let me know, and then send those over when you get those approved. Next up is President-elect Charlie Rosenquist.
I get to talk about the awards committee updates. And the first question we have is your chapter on track to bring home the LCAM awards this year? So we wanted to remind you that you need to be working on these all throughout the year, and to remind you of the due dates, because they're going to jump in on you before you know it. So the Chapter of Excellence due date is July 31st. The rest of the awards are all due on June the 7th. So that includes your LJP awards, the communication, the new website award, and the new Annuals in Values and Action award. That can become a mouthful. All of these award nomination forms are now on the EWI website in the resource library under awards and criteria. If you have any questions or concerns or just can't find them, just shoot me an email and I'm happy to get them out to you. And our next up is going to be back to Vicki, Director Vicki Chapman, for our Member Experience Committee.
Okay, guys, I just want to remind everyone, if you could please share with your chapters. A reminder that our Emerging Executive Women program is now underway. We're accepting applications. Thank you for those that have already applied. And here you'll see all the criteria, the program details, and the eligibility. The form is on the website under the I think it's under the toolkit section, but you can also ask me if you have any questions. But just a reminder, the applications are due no later than 12 o'clock Central Time on March 31st, and then the winners will be announced in early April. If anyone has any questions, please just let me know. Then I'd like to also remind everyone about our professional development webinar, which will be on Thursday, March 23rd at 12 p.m. Central Time. Laurie J. James is a Master Career Director, and she will be teaching us or talking to us about how to gain confidence by networking in any situation, and also how to use our soft skills for harmony in the workplace. So I think she's going to give us some great advice, and I hope so many of your chapter members can join us. I know I'm trying to promote it in my chapter, and I hope you guys will do the same so we can have a good showing for Lori. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you. And now I'll turn it over to Margie Zamora.
Hello, everyone. I hope y'all are all experiencing great results with your March to Membership program. I know that's not what my slide says, but I'm ad-libbing, okay? Don't forget that anyone who joins, any new member who joins under your March to Membership program is eligible for $100 additional discount from the early bird price. They must register by June 30th, but they will only pay $600 for LCAM. That's a great bargain. Unfortunately, it's not transferable, so it needs to be your new member attending. Going to the slide that you see, you should all be receiving the leadership bulletin each month. This bulletin is a snapshot of things that are going on within the organization, as well as some ideas for fundraising, membership programs, all types of information. If you or your board are not receiving the leadership bulletin, please let me know either in the chat or by emailing me at the email address you see on the screen. And now I'll turn it over to our Director of Marketing and Communications, Kathy Scott.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Kathy Scott, representing Ball's Foods and EWI of Kansas City, and I'm your Marketing and Communications Director. I would like to share our social media numbers with you, and I would love it if you would encourage your chapters to go on these sites and like them and follow our page. So as of February, our Facebook followers are 1,525, and that's up from 1,500. Instagram is 703 followers, and that's up from 658. LinkedIn, 730 followers, and that's up from 644. And Twitter, we have 529 followers, and I do not have the records on the past for that one. But as you can see, all these numbers are going in the right direction. We're going up. Erin McMahon is the co-chair for the social media, and her contact information is there for you on the screen. If you would like to contact her for any help, any suggestions, or how to share the page on your site, she can help you with those things. And I would be happy to help you as well. Lindsay Christensen is my co-chair for the Connect, and we are just finishing up on the March Connect, and so it will be out next week. So be on the lookout for that. And Madam President Christine Laird did a phenomenal job on a video that we'll be sharing in the Connect. So you won't want to miss that. She's such a wonderful speaker. I also want to encourage you to take advantage of spotlighting your chapter. There are two things that we're requesting: the Values in Action, and this is not to be confused with the LCAM Awards Value in Action that Charlie was just talking about. This one you'll submit to the Connect, and it's in recognition on the Connect. And if you want to find out more information on that, that's in the January Connect. We do have all that information, but it's always to good to be given praise and recognition to those who do so much for us. So this will also help you to prepare for the LCAM Values Awards. Half the work will already be done when you're doing these write-ups just to give monthly recognition to your members. And spotlights, I've heard from a few chapters that you're getting ready to have an event, and at that time you will send us some pictures and some information about your event. We're looking forward to sharing your event highlights with the other chapters. So meantime, until we start receiving the information from you, we will continue to pull it from the connects that we have in MyEWI. And you can also send it from the events from your past connects. Chapters would love to see this information. So far, we have had 456 members who have viewed the Connect, and we want to keep raising this number. So we can't do this without your support. So be sure to get in there and take a look at it and share it with your members. If you got to resend it to them, forward it to them to help make sure that they're getting a chance to look at it. And especially if you find yourself in there as well. So thank you so much for everything you're doing out there. And we all love seeing it. So I'd like to turn that back over to Charlie.
And I'm going to move forward and turn it over for our BCDP updates to Holly Stevenson.
Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, depending on what part of the nation or contiguous state you're in. My name is Holly Stevenson. I'm your BCDP Director for Corporate. Just to give you some updates on BCDP, a look at where we're at with the assist applications. We have 409 in progress, up from 196 at the February call. So we've got a lot going on in there. 48 of them are submitted, and that's up from 17 last month. We've got 195 eWISP applications, up from 97 last month. And then we have 17 submitted, up from 2. So I encourage you to get with your chairs and maybe see if there's anything you can do to help some of those applications that are in progress actually show up on the submitted side. I know Kaleidoscope does send out some nudges and help too, but anything we can do to help the students apply, I encourage that. So thank you all for sending your chapter judges names in by the March 3rd deadline. I believe we actually have all of them in now. If by chance you haven't sent them in, please get them in as soon as possible. Our chair, Alicia Clark, is doing a phenomenal job getting them all into Kaleidoscope so that we can get those rolling. And as you can see up next, our scholarship applications close on March 24th at midnight Central Time. So again, this helps encourage you, I hope, to work on those applications that are still in progress. To give you some of you, I know there's inquiring minds about our literacy grant coming up. We are going to have them again this year. I know we mentioned it a little bit early on in the year, but just to give you an update, we're going to be sending out the letters to the chapter presidents on April 3rd, which will highlight this year's eligibility and additional info. There's going to be 4 grants of $1,000 each that are going to be awarded. So it's the same as last year. But again, that will go out to your chapter presidents, you chapter presidents on April 3rd. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on that. And I just want to thank our corporate scholarship committee, Alicia Clark, Ernst & Young LLP, EWI of San Antonio, Roseanne Freitas, Better Business Bureau, Great West and Pacific, EWI of Honolulu, and Dr. LaFonda Ehlers with Moore Funeral Home, Inc. of EWI of Tulsa. Thank you so much, ladies. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or Alicia in regards to anything scholarship related. Thanks. And with that, I will turn it over to our advisor, Christine Healy, with some bylaws updates.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you for all that important information. Thank you, everyone, for providing us so much important information on this call. This call is so important for the leaders of our chapters, and we appreciate you all being here today. We appreciate Charlie being our facilitator today and all the work the corporate board has done this year and all the work you're doing for your chapters. With that, here's a little something else you can do for your chapters. Please take a look at the chapter bylaws and see if there's anything that your chapter would like to change. And please submit that bylaw proposed amendment on that form located on EWIConnect.com page resource library. And if you can't find it, ladies, you can shoot one of us an email and we'll be sure and find it for you, but it is easy to locate. Now, a reminder that your chapter must vote to approve that. It must be signed by your president and your secretary. And that deadline is April 20, 2023. So our committee is anxiously awaiting those proposed changes. And a big shout out to the ladies who are on that committee: Jennifer Burns, Lindy Champion-Ivy, Kimberly Kraft, Lisa Stokes, and Megan Tichy. Thank you to them for serving on this important corporate committee. And thank you to all of you ladies who are serving this year on corporate committees. With your help, we're going to keep on thriving. Then I wanted to remind you, there's corporate board service ahead. You can be a servant leader. Now that application can be found in the same location, EWIConnect.com page resource library. And just yesterday, there was an announcement memorandum sent to everyone about that service. I invite you to apply. It's a great thing that you can do for EWI. And I want to thank Charlie for serving on this committee, and Jennifer Burns again, Michelle Runstrom, and Lori Heerlen. And like I told you last week, last month, excuse me, I was going to be sharing a testimonial with you today, and I'm going to share mine. It's in my heart right now, and I just wanted you to know I have really enjoyed the last it'll be 7 years for me, and it just seems like it's gone. It's like flown by, and I've gotten to do so much. So I wanted to share it with you today, my testimonial. And I know that there's other past chapter presidents who want to share their story, and I've been reaching out to them to get their story for you. But here's mine. I submitted my application to be considered for the corporate board because I wanted to use my skills to help others. I had idolized those EWI leaders for so long and wanted to be just like them. I really did. I wanted to be part of that group. I also wanted to be a part of EWI on more than just the local level. And I've been given the opportunity to be a part of continued change. I just love it when we adopt a program that will help our membership. And we've adopted so many through the years, like this year with the Emerging Women's Program and the March to Membership and the literacy grants. There's so many things to do. And I so look forward to the next leadership team implementing new campaigns, programs, and all of those great initiatives for the continued growth of our beloved organization. So I invite you to share this message with all of those past chapter presidents and ask them to submit their corporate application. It's a lot of fun. You get to travel and see places that you've never seen before. Ladies, I wouldn't have gotten to be to those places. Not ever. I mean, I really relish those opportunities to be with those ladies around the table, share our stories, and commit ourselves to making change. Thank you so much for listening to my message today. I really want those past chapter presidents to apply for a position. It's so great, and you'll learn so much, and you will develop that leader inside of you, and you will have a voice. So let's do this, ladies. With that, I'll turn it back to our president-elect, Charlie Rosenquist, for those wonderful LCAM updates. Charlie?
Thank you, Christine. LCAM is coming up quicker than you realize. Registration will open on April 1st for the early bird registration. You want to make sure you get your registration in early, you save money. And this year it's in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And the hotel we have is already getting rooms booked in. So be sure you get online on April 1st, get your registration, and soon we will have the hotel information on the website so that you can go ahead and get your room reserved. To date, we have raised $22,450 in sponsorships. It's an amazing job. We have been able to get 2 presenting sponsors, but trust me, we still need more. We still need your help. And Jennifer Clark is doing an amazing job as she chairs LCAM this year. Unfortunately, she was unable to be on this call to give this update herself, which is why I'm giving it. But normally it's going to be Jennifer, and I mean, she is really booking it on this planning. We are in need of door prizes and auction items. You can contact Danielle Forney at nb.com. She is from EWI of Dallas, and she can make arrangements to let you know where to send the items, or if you want to, you can bring them on to LCAM yourself. Now, if you really want to help us out, we also need we need items for the swag bags. That way, when everyone goes home, they get a little bit of something from everyone. It's a great way to advertise your companies and promote your firms. So you can contact me for the address, because I'm going to have all that shipped to me so that you don't have to carry all of it in your luggage. So if you would like to just shoot me an email at charlie_rosenquist@bcdbst.com. And you can find that on the website also, because I know that's real long. But most of you could just contact me, and I'm happy to send you the information needed. But we're thinking about things like, hand sanitizer, pens, pads, lotion. Those are just some examples. Get creative. We've had fans, we've had glasses, sunglasses, some glass cleaner. So there's so many things you can come up with. I was at an organization, or at a chapter one time, and they turned around, and it was Texoma. Had in the swag bag, or maybe it was a gift that one of them brought us for our corporate board meeting one time, but it was a little squeezy thing, one of the hand squeezers. And if you squeezed it just right, it'd laugh at you. That thing is amazing. I love it. I've had more fun with that. So find fun things. But most of all, we want your participation. We need your help. And we want you to attend LCAM 2023 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Next week, you will be receiving everything you need to know about LCAM First Edition. That's going to give you a lot more information, and it will give you an idea of what's to come. It's going to be a blast, so I hope to see all of you there. Now we are up to our questions and answers. So it's your turn to tell us what you would like to know, or to ask us questions to, I'm not going to tell you to see what we know, because we'll make sure we find your answers if we don't know. So please, if you have any questions, speak up or come on. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can see the chat. And that way, if y'all have questions in the chat, or if you just want to speak up, please do.
Don't be
Charlie, is that-
shy.
Charlie, is that correct? Christine Hilly, she asked about the count for the swag bags. I put 150 to 200, but
That is correct. Thank you.
okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I appreciate it. Can we see the PowerPoint?
Oh, that was at the beginning when we couldn't see it.
Oh, okay. I couldn't get to the chat then, sorry. All right, Margie, you have one that you're going to get with about the swag bags? Oh, you answered that. You do so good, ladies. Let me see if my friend's on here. I got a lot of friends on here. Do we have no questions, ladies? Well, I promise I won't expect everyone to sit here for 20 minutes. If we don't have any questions, or if you have nothing you would like to share, what happens to the chapter shares at the end of this call? What happened? Oh, okay.
You know how we used to, there used to be the shares and we'd find out what was going on in the other chapters?
Okay, I have no clue, but we'll bring that up and let Christine know that you are looking for that. And I'm sure we might be able to add to those, because those were good things to do. So we just haven't done it. So I will make a note to talk to Christine and see if we can't get that going again. That's
Yeah,
a
I
good
know.
point.
Time but it was kind of motivating.
I agree.
Thanks.
Excellent suggestion. So thank you. I'll get that to Christine and make sure we get that going again. And that's what I was kind of halfway looking for. I was seeing if Corey from Birmingham made it on, so she could have shared about the conference that the forum that's coming in April. Would have been a perfect time, but I did not see her on the call today. So I do believe she told me yesterday that she had something to do today. So that would have been perfect too. But thank you, Christine. I appreciate that. Anyone else? I'm glad I was scrolling when I was talking, so I saw that before I got off. So, okay, ladies, if there is not anything else y'all would like to do, I'm going to give you an extra, looks like about 15 to 20 minutes back to your day. Thank you again for joining us. It means a lot for us to be able to see you, make sure we are meeting your needs, and hopefully we are bringing some information to you that's helpful to you all. So y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing each of you on the next call. And then in the future, I look forward to seeing you all at LCAM. Have a great day. Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.